I'm working on my 1958 Tomahawk Ski mate. It has I think it's a 1972 Mercury 65 horsepower motor. I've had this boat almost 20 years now, and it's been very reliable for the past probably at least 10 years. But the last time I had it out, the motor, it's a 3-cylinder motor, and it stopped running on 3 cylinders. It was running on 2 cylinders, and I kind of barely made it back. It didn't have much power. And what happened, so all the covers are off the motor right now. And what happened was water was pretty much pouring out of this area right here where the spark plug is. And there's a gasket in there that went bad. Alright, so I'll explain how to order parts for this thing. So it's a Mercury 650 3-cylinder outboard motor. And then you got to put your serial number range. So mine's 414 in there. So it's in that range there. So cylinder block and crankcase components. So right here, part number 14, that's the gasket I need. So I'll add it to the cart. Now this site has the original one and an aftermarket, and the aftermarket one's a 2-pack. So since they're cheap, I'm just going to buy an original and I'm going to buy this 2-pack. So I'll add those to the cart. And I need a propeller, so let's try to go find that. Here. Nope. Everything but the propeller. Looking for a prop. Try our alright. I've actually done this repair twice before, so hopefully I'm going to do things a little differently this time. So hopefully this is the last time I have this problem. And I ordered a couple gaskets this time. So here's the genuine Mercury one, so you would think that'd probably be the better quality one. I also ordered these aftermarket ones, which came in a 2-pack. So alright, so I'll start this thing up now. I'll show you what it was doing. Alright, so whenever you start a motor like this out of water, it's very important that you use these things. It kind of looks like earmuffs, and it slips over this area right here on the motor. This is where it picks up the water to cool the motor. Because if that's not on there, there's an impeller in there that pumps the water, and that gets cooled and lubricated by that water. And if you start it up without that, it ruins that impeller pretty much instantly. And the other thing we're doing on this project is we're changing this propeller. See how there's quite a bit missing from it? Now that one's not that bad. That's a little banged up, but this one's missing some metal. Alright, let's turn on the water and start this thing up. Alright, so let's pull this apart and see if we can get it fixed. know, it's actually got these nuts on the back sides of this. So alright, so this here was the area where it was failing. That's where it's failed both times. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to double these gaskets up. I don't know. I mean, maybe I should even change this piece. Look, it's got the part number right on it. Alright, well, let's clean this up again and put this back together. Alright, well, I guess that's clean enough. I mean, there's still some gasket material here, but it's all perfectly flat. I mean, the other end of it, this plate has got some pitting in it. So if this fails, I mean, this is where it was failing, right here. Which it looks kind of okay. I mean, not great. So I guess if this fails again, I would try to replace this plate with a new one. It's bolted on all these edges here, but then there's like no real pressure here. So if this thing's got a little bit of a, you know, warp to it, that may not be as tight as it should be. Alright, so the changes I'm going to make this time, I put RTV on this, and I'm going to put it on this side too, and a gasket. So hopefully I won't have to redo this again, but if this fails again, I'm going to change that plate because it's kind of pitted out. I mean, here's the Mercury, and here's the Aftermarket. Oh, no, this one feels stiffer. But, alright, let's put this back together. Alright, it's got to go like this. Yes. Alright, so here's the new one they sent me. So this is an aftermarket propeller. Guess it goes that way. I wonder if I need that. Alright, so this propeller, it's actually a different pitch. This one's a 13, and this one is a... Alright, so this, yeah, here you can see the numbers on them. Alright, so that one, this is a 13 pitch, and this is a 14. So this should make the boat go a little faster. I guess I'll find out. Alright, well that was easy. Alright, so I've let this sit for a while, and now the gasket material is pretty much dry, so now I'm going to tighten this. Now I'm sure there's a torque spec on this. I don't know what it is. I'm just going to I can usually tell. But I'm going to go around and hit all of them a little bit at a time. And the one thing I'm going to do different here, I'm going to go, when I take this boat out, I'm going to run it for a while, and then I'm going to tighten these up again. Alright, that's all back together. Let's take it out and give it a try. Levi, come here. Get in. Come here. Get in, boy. Good boy. Alright, that seems like it's running well, and it's pumping water through it. Alright, let's take it out. I'm out here with Lacey and Levi, and the boat's working really well.